Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I did this makeup look. I don't know what I'm going to call the video yet, but I did like this really nice like orangey kind of sparkly eye with this really nice pink lip colour, and yeah, I really hope you enjoy it. I know I haven't been posting a lot. The last time I posted was like in the summer, so yeah, I need to get back onto like the YouTube game and try and get more videos out there. But yeah, I really hope you enjoy this makeup look, and yeah, carry on watching. Woo! So the first thing that I've done is just moisturise my face. Some reason I've gone a little bit blotchy on my face as well. I think it's from the moisturiser, so I probably won't use that again. I'm just going to go in with a primer. It's the Beauty UK Prime FX Foundation Primer, but it just feels really smooth on the skin. It's really nice. Keep looking here because there's a mirror right here. I'm then going to go in with my foundation. So I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match, and this one's in the shade Ivory. And then I'm going to mix it in with my NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat foundation. And this one is in the shade Warm Beige. I am currently fake tanned at the moment, so that's why my face is a little bit paler than my body. So mixing these two together, I should get the perfect shade for my skin. I've broke out a lot recently, and I've got like a lot of scarring from spots and stuff. I like to make sure that I'm going for a little bit of a full coverage foundation, so mixing these two together and going in with a foundation brush. I usually use sponges and everything like that, but I feel like a brush can really pack on and give you that really full coverage look. Blending them both together, so I start by doing circular motions and then I start patting it into my skin. Sorry if you can hear creaking, by the way, that's from my bed. So just putting it on my eyelids and just kind of really packing it into my skin, so it's kind of sinking into my skin, if you know what I mean. It's not just lying on the top of my skin, because you don't want it to look cakey or anything like that. Sure, you do your ears if you're fake tanned. And it's really hard to see because I've got the flash on my phone. It's a little bit hard to see what I'm doing because it's like so bright, but I can kind of see, so it's okay. So as you can see there, it's just got rid of like any redness. So I'm going to start on this side as well, blending them both together. And I've sort of got like the perfect kind of shade for me, I think. I'm getting low battery, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to be using a concealer. So I feel like I look a little bit orange. But usually when I put concealer on, it kind of like makes everything kind of blend nicely together. So with concealer, I would put it underneath my eyes in a kind of like shape like that. Okay, and then down my nose and then on my chin, and I'm also going to just put it on the middle of my forehead. And then I just use my fingers to blend it in, because I feel like with concealer it's nice to use a little bit of warmth from your fingers to kind of like melt it into your skin. Excuse my fingers, by the way, they look disgusting. Down the nose and then on the chin. But as you can see, I've done my other half of my face. I've done that just because my phone was running out of battery, so I thought I might as well get this side done so you can kind of see the comparison. So the next thing I'm going to start off with this side is just going to start doing my eyebrows. So with my eyebrows, I'm going to use this MUA eyebrow pencil in the shade Brunette, and I only concentrate this like on the tail of my eyebrow, carving that out. I don't know if you've noticed, but my eyebrows are very odd anyway. So one's higher up, I think this one's the one that's higher up, and this one's lower down. So I try and match them as best as I can, but sometimes it just looks really odd. But it's not the way I've had it waxed. I think it's just from like when I was born. So they've always been like that. So just making the tail, carve it underneath a little bit. And it's not always perfect when I do it. Now I'm going to go in with like a powder. This sounds really strange, but I actually use a contour set to do my kind of front of my eyebrow. So I'm going to go in with my eyebrow brush, which is a little bit slanted like that. It's Real Techniques one. And then I'm going to go in with this colour here. I've done that, I'm going to go round my eyebrows with some concealer, and it's the first time I've done it today and I really liked it. So I'm going to go in with like this cream concealer, which is a little bit thicker, using a detailed brush from Real NYX. As you can tell, the colour is very different, but once it's blended you can't even tell. Once you've got that shape, you'll go in with a brush like this. This one's the Bare Minerals brush, and then I would start to blend it upwards first. On this part, so I just bring it outwards. It has just started to rain, so please excuse the outside, but I think it's just starting to slow down now, so hopefully it should be okay. But I'm just going to set down my foundation now. So just going to be using this powder, which is from Soap and Glory, and it's called One Heck of a Blot, and this is so good. It literally sets it down like straight away. It's brilliant. And then pop this all underneath my eye. I also like to put this on my eyelid as well, on the tip of my nose, and then on my chin, and then just on my middle of my forehead. I'm going to set it with a darker powder on my actual like cheeks and forehead and stuff. We're using this second to lightest shade. Okay, so once that's powdered, I'm going to then move on to contour. So I've not actually bronzed today. I feel like my contour is a little bit like bronzing anyway. In with my Morphe palette, it's like filthy, so yeah. I'm just going to bring the camera down a bit, sorry. So it's the Morphe palette, which is the Dare to Create 39A eyeshadow palette. This shade right here, I don't know if you can see that okay or not. So I use this one, which is like a very ashy brown grey tone. So you just want to blend it in here first. I concentrate doing this part first, and then I bring it down with less product, because you don't want to do it and then have to redo all your makeup again. And then once I feel like I'm happy with that, and then with less product, just bring it down. With the leftover product, I like to put it like down my nose here, on the outside perimeter of the forehead. And then I like to add a blush. The blush I'm going to be using, it's this one by Blush Milano, and it's in the shade Prato Peach. Peachy colour, it's so pretty. Oh, I love it so much. Then just put it through the contour. After I've done my blush, I then like to highlight. So I've used two highlights today. I've used the Sleek highlight, ooh, right there first. Cheekbones. And then I'd also like to put it on top of my eyebrow as well. I don't know if anybody else does that. And then I like to put on the tip of my nose, and then on my Cupid's bow. Because I like a more intense highlight. I feel like that's a really good highlight, but I like it a little bit more intense. So I'm going to go in with this one, which is Lottie London. And this one's the Shimmer Squad. And I'm going to be using the light shade in it, which is this like quite white colour to be fair, but it doesn't come off that white on your face. So I'm going to add that to my Cupid's bow, but not my Cupid's bow, my brow bone. So I've just brought you in a little bit closer, just because. So I've just brought you in a little bit closer, just because we're going to be doing the eye makeup. I just really. God, can I speak today? I just realised in the other clip that I was like, the camera was sitting a lot higher, so sorry about that. I'm still quite new to this whole YouTube thing. First shade I'm going to go with is the one in the Morphe palette again, so it's that 39A Dare to Create one. So I'm going to be using that just in my crease, and then just pop that into the crease. So it looks a bit crazy at the moment, but don't worry, we'll blend all of this out. So you want to go in with like a bigger brush, and then you just want to blend away the edges. Once I've done that, I'm going to go in with a darker shade. So it's more like a warm brown, and it's this one right here. Can you see? Just there. On the outer edge. Do circular motions just around it. Don't press too hard, because that can then get rid of most of that darkness. I'm going to go in with this shade right here, and this is so gorgeous. Oh my god. So it's this shade right here. It's like a, ooh, it's like a reddy, pinky, glittery sort of colour. So it's this one right here. I use this with my fingers. You can use it however you prefer to use it. I just think with your fingers you get the most pigment. So you can see it's such a beautiful colour. And then just going to blend it out with this brush just to make sure that blends within those two colours that we used first. And then I'm going to go in, I use this like shade here. Ooh. So I use this shade as well. It's so pretty. I want to add that into the inner portion. Inner portion? Is that a right way to describe it? So, and then go back in with the colour, not the colour, with the brush you use for your transitional colour, and then blend that in a bit on here. So I'm going to grab a brush just to add this on the middle section of my eye. So adding that to the middle and then adding it also to the inner part. Just going back with this big brush and then just blend that out so it's not too harsh. I want to add in that transitional colour that we used for the crease with that orangey shade, and you just want to pop it underneath your eyes. It just makes it look a bit more put together, I'd say. And now we're going to move on to doing eyeliner. So this is going to be a complete fail, I can just tell already, because my eyeliner always turns out so different from each other, but we'll have a go and see how we get on. Going in with the Master Precise Liquid Eyeliner by Maybelline, and it just looks like this. You can see it's got a really nice tip. So I'll start off quite thin first. I always like to have it thinner in the inner corner though, because I have quite hooded eyes, so it just makes my eyes look a little bit bigger. So when I do this, once you've got the actual line down and you're quite happy with that, I am going to go over that though eventually at the end. You then kind of want to look at this one and kind of compare. So you just kind of want to do the line first, I think. Is that what I do? Yeah, so I usually like, look at this one, and you can see this one comes a lot more down. It doesn't kind of end there, near there, it kind of comes down more. So that's what I'm going to do first. Like that look. That looks crazy. Why does that look crazy? I'm just going to go with it because sometimes my eyeliner just does not want to work out for me, so I'm literally just going to go for it. Why does this look like it's going to go completely wrong? Okay, so now when you feel like you've done the line, you then can kind of match it up. So using this, ooh, that went smoother than what I thought it was going to be. And then you're going to want to fill out that. So this is usually how I do my eyeliner, just try and get it equal, even though it's probably not equal, to be fair. But yeah, just fill it out afterwards, so you don't have to worry about that. I just try and get the lines down, and then you can fill it out at the end. Oh, bloody hell. That's gone a bit wrong, hasn't it? Wow. I'm going to try and see if we can kind of make it look better somehow. Oh my god, what have I done? Okay. I think that works. You're probably sitting there thinking, oh no it doesn't. I think that's the best I'm going to get with my eyeliner. So the next thing that I usually do is I go in with my eyelash curlers. This is always so weird. Okay, I'm going to go in with mascara. So with mascara, I go for the Lash Sensational Maybelline Lash Multiplying Mascara, which looks like this. and it's like my favourite mascara ever. I think it's brilliant. Then do the bottom eyelashes. Now that's all done, I'm going to move on to lips, and that is the last thing that I do with my makeup. I feel like I'm not really looking at the camera, I really apologise. But I go in with a lip pencil, which is in this sort of shade. It's like a pinky, dusky pinky colour. The top lip, I kind of like to go over my line a little bit here, just because I like it to be a little bit more fuller there. I think I'm going to colour mine in. I actually really like that. I'm just going to go in with this lip colour right here, which is in the shade 01 Milan. It's the KIKO Milano. Bloody hell. As you can tell, it's a very different colour. Didn't realise it was going to be that different of a colour. Okay, I'm quite happy with this look. I don't know, it looks a lot better than what I thought it would be. So that is the makeup look done. Really hope you like it. I'm going to sort of do some shots, some cringy, not cringy shots, but you know what I mean. This is the eye look. These are the lips. I'm really, really happy with the way these lips have turned out. Oh my god, I don't know, I just think they look okay. The highlight. I hope you enjoyed.